Welcome to Pedalboards Dome, your one-stop shop for guitar gear and news. Today we are looking at the NUX Tape Echo.
So recently on my channel, I featured the NUX Tape Echo and absolutely loved it. And I thought it was a pedal that you would love too. So I wanted to share it with the Pedalboards of Doom community. I will be doing all of the guitar work today on this Telecaster, beautiful thing. Let's have a listen to the clean tone without the NUX. There we go. Really, really dry. There's a little bit of reverb on that because it sounds really sterile without. But the NUX Tape Echo is the star of the show today. So we're doing all of the editing on the app today. It is a much easier, much simpler way of doing it. All of the stuff, however, can be done on the pedal itself. So any of the editing and the stuff that I'm using today, you can do it without having to plug it into a computer.
So tape echoes are historically important, and we wanted to go into that just a little bit with you. So we laid the ground for why this pedal is important.
Yeah, so the Roland Space Echo, which this is clearly kind of paying homage to, is a bit of a hallmark in the development of Tape Echo. The RE201 was released in 1974, and it brought about a new age of Tape Echo, essentially.
So was it the first one? What were people doing beforehand? Because I know they had units in studios, but did they have anything to like take on the road?
Yeah, there were tape reel based Echo units, but they had a big drawback in being unreliable, and they would degrade the tapes really quickly.
So does that mean, because I know how this looks, it's like one bit of tape that goes round and round, and it's not very long. It's not like it's probably shorter than you would find on like a normal tape cassette, and it just goes round, and it's got like 3 heads and then an eraser head.
So Roland came up with a different way of doing it, and it's called free running tape transport.
Oh right, okay, yeah, it's nice and easy, that one.
Yeah.
I see why they went for the numbers instead.
So yeah, it doesn't really mean a lot to us, but what it meant in practical terms is that these units were a lot more reliable, a lot more robust as well. They wouldn't degrade the tapes as quick, so you'd get less of that kind of grittiness, and what the wow and flutter would be more manageable.
Yeah, because that's what wow and flutter actually is. It's the tape degrading over time.
So the wow and the flutter, as far as I understand it, is the variance in the mechanical parts. So it's not a perfect system, and when the mechanical parts kind of bind and like don't go at a constant speed, it creates pitch variations in the repeats.
Right.
Why don't we have a listen to that actually? I'm going to take off all of the wow and all of the flutter, and let's kind of hear a very pristine example. So here's what it sounds like without any of that. So little bits of degradation in terms of like the EQ. It kind of loses top end as it goes along, but still quite pristine. Now let's bring up some of the wow. I'll tell you what, I'll put all of the wow on.
It's like vibrato, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's messing with the pitch of the note, and then let's bring that back. Let's bring back the flutter. So as far as I understand it, the wow and the flutter are the different types of modulation it adds to it. So let's have a listen.
Oh, it's kind of like the higher end of the vibrato.
Yeah, so you've got certain frequencies that it affects. So by manipulating both of those, I'm going to bring those both up to kind of halfway, and you can hear how you can get a really nice kind of aged, it almost sounds like the unit's aged. So that wow and flutter is adding a character to the repeats a little bit.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It legitimately sounds warm to me than the more sterile new sound.
Yeah, but you've got the option for both. So if you want a pristine sounding, like almost like a new tape or like a new unit where everything will be working as it is expected to do, then you turn those things down and you get more of like an analog delay kind of feel to it. There's a third kind of hidden control, which is the saturation, which is the age of the tape, so you get a kind of grittiness to it as well. Let's hear a little bit of what that saturation sounds like.
Just for contrast, just roll it off and just play another chord.
When you push it to the extreme, you get a kind of gritty edge to the tone. It's not quite adding like full-on overdrive to it, but you can hear the kind of degradation behind the repeats.
It's a texture more than a drive, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the controls individually. Now with them all mixed together, that should sound pretty good.
Nice.
So then, of course, they added the spring tank to it as well, because that gave it the reverb, and it was a proper spring tank in it, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they released a few different versions, actually. They released just the delay unit, and then the 201. I think it was something like the 101 was the one that didn't have the spring reverb, and then the 201, which is the one that kind of everyone is looking for. Yeah. Adds that spring reverb to it.
This models the reverb tank from that. So can we hear the reverb tank on its own, or do we have to have it with delay as well?
So it does have that 1 to 7 selector, which gives you different combinations of the different tape heads. And it has got a secret 8th mode, which gives you just the reverb on its own. So let's use that to check out just the reverb.
That's legit. That really does sound like a spring. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's got that real kind of drippy feel to it, like really kind of long decay as well. So it's got that kind of vintagey vibe to it.
Should we show, ladies and gentlemen, then the different patterns that are available via 1 to 7?
So you wanted to have a listen to what all of the different tape heads and tape head combinations sounded like. So we're going to start off with option number 1, which is just the first tape head. At the moment, I've got it set to subdivisions, but if I click this button here, it shows off what that is in milliseconds. So currently is set to 167 milliseconds on that tape head, but you can see like the...
I see. So as you change it, it changes up there. So what you've got from where you play to where the tape head is, the closer it is to where you first played the note and it recorded the note, then it's going to play back sooner. So if that tape head moves further away, then it's going to pay back later. And because we've got 3 tape heads, we can do combinations of them.
Yeah, let's try that. So we've shown off the subdivisions. We'll try the 334 millisecond one now.
Good.
And then the final one, which is the 502 milliseconds, should be the biggest gap. I've changed none of the other settings. This is just by changing the tape head.
That's really lovely. around 400, 500 is kind of like, for me personally, the sweet spot for where I set delays. So that's, yeah, that sounded good to me. I like that.
Yeah, like a nice long delay so that it's out the way of your original notes.
Yeah, I don't think it's that long because like delays can get a lot longer. But for a lot of people, it is quite long.
Yeah, like for me, that I'd probably kind of sit somewhere in the middle where it's gelling a little bit more with my original sound, or even go to the first playhead, bring it really forward and get that kind of that slapbacky tone. When you start combining the tape heads, it starts to add complexity to that delay tone.
And I think the other point that you have to listen for is the sooner playhead sounds a little bit sharper than the latter playhead as well, because the tape it's losing something as it goes through.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how the repeats do sound different.
Yeah, it's kind of got a gallopy feel to that, hasn't it?
I think what you played there really suited it.
Yeah, kind of up the higher end of the neck, getting kind of sparkly tones.
Yeah, but still warm.
Yeah, so I think the thing with pedals like this is you play to the pedal as well, don't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's something people don't do enough of, actually, just in general pedals. But yeah, some pedals force you to.
Let's see what they all sound like when you put them all on.
Okay, so this is set in 7, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm hearing Beach Boys there.
Any similarities to the Beach Boys is merely coincidental. It's dead. Like, stay away, lawyers, please.
Man. I mean, I don't want to keep saying it's nice, but I mean, it's nice.
And that's exactly why I wanted to show this one to you, because it is a quite faithful recreation of that vintage tape warmth, and that kind of, it just gives you like a real vintage vibe to it. But these are I think they're about 130, 140 quid.
Oh wow, that's a really good price. I mean, the competition for this is stuff like the Strymon Volante and an actual RE201,
yeah,
and things along those lines, and they are fundamentally expensive bits of gear.
Yeah, I think that, in terms of price comparisons, this is very similar to the RE2, which I'm sure you'll be able to get some of the tones from this out of the RE2, but it's going to be a lot more tricky with the permutations. The limitations is what I want, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear the two against one another, because this does sound great. We've established that, but when it comes from Boss themselves, the found people who made the original, then is that gonna sound better? But then we're not going to be able to compare it to the original bit of gear either. So I mean, that's the real question: is it which one sounds most authentic? But more importantly, which one sounds best to you? Because does it sound like the original is irrelevant. If you think you like it and it's going to make your playing experience better, great.
Yeah, realistically, there's only a handful of guitarists out there who have had the opportunity to try an original 201 unit. So the original 201 units were synonymous with certain sounds, and one of which was that kind of reggae dub roots kind of sound, and it found its way onto loads and loads of Bob Marley records. So let's hear what it sounds like in that kind of context. I do apologise to all of the reggae fans out there. It is my best best impression. I don't profess to be a master at it. I'm a blues dad at heart.
We tried to stop him.
Oh dear. Some other noteworthy users of the RE201 were people like Brian Setzer using it for slapback.
I know people love it, but I can't help but find that sound just a little bit ridiculous.
Like, it is the sound that a genre of music is built on. Like, the rockabilly tone is exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, we've all learned like Hank Marvin riffs, haven't we? It's not unique to any of us, but yeah, it's. Whereas earlier on, we're like, oh, that's really lovely. With this, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I could leave that.
Yeah, but the point of that exercise is that it can do it, and it does it really well.
Absolutely, it's the thing you want if you're going to do that. So we've really enjoyed making this video, and if you have really enjoyed watching it, then please drop a sub and a like and all that sort of thing, because it means the world to us.
If you'd like to hear how this compares to the RE2 by Boss, we did a video on that pedal as well, and it will be showing on screen now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again on the next video.
Thanks all, bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I'll do that without me putting my hand to my face. That's the exact